I think that's great. I think that's an epic goal. I think it's very difficult, but I've sworn to like when I say found, I don't mean find. I mean like start, right? Build this community. Right now, I'm just wandering the world to try to find out what that might look like. And someday I will put down my spear, and this will be home. Yeah. This will be our home. Welcome to Mammothville. You're making fun of Aaron for trying to start a cult. Oh, it could be a cult. It could very well, yes. Community there's so many exciting ways you can interpret that word. All right, so that's our background, Val. And then envision your inciting incident. This is the problem which arrives at the beginning of a story, propelling the protagonist into action. Everything up to that point is backstory, the normal world in which your characters become accustomed. The inciting incident is the tipping point that forces you to undertake a life of perilous quest and adventure. Now, I'm already on one, so I envision this character, Nabake Half-Elven, as like the star of a serialized, like, fantasy, I was gonna say novel, but it's not really a novel. So, like, you would read, every time you get a copy of, like Pulp Adventure magazine, there's going to be a brand new Nabake Half-Elven story. And each of these would be issues of my like story, right? Like there would be the Grim Barrow haunting, and there would be like Revolution in Redwatch. And, so each one of those. And then for me, this will be like the beginning of what we consider our new story, right? What is going on that is the beginning of Nabake's like incident. So let's see. Use the quest starter, talk about the table, or use Ask the Oracle. We're just going to ask the Oracle. We're just going to do that. Yeah. And so I think, what if you get news that a group of settlers set out into the wilderness and haven't been heard from? Like, there's so much, like, mileage you can get out of the dangerous outsider story, right? So let's see what are we currently doing, right? And I'm just going to we're going to make a place. This is a place we've ended up, and we're going to have sworn an oath to fix it, but it's not fixed yet. So like, what are we fixing? We just gave up the Ghost Boy. That's because they were paying us to. If Ghost Boy had any money, maybe we'd change our mind. And the idea is you set the character, and this is a true thing about, like, PCs in role-playing games, and I will give you, this is maybe my one biggest piece of advice. When you make a D&D character, when you make an Apocalypse World character, when you make an Ironsworn character, don't make them a fully formed, finished entity. Instead, make a statement about them and say, today, right now, this is what's true about my character, but whatever happens to them, we'll see, right? So like Nabake Half-Elven is a disconnected mercenary bastard who will turn in a 10-year-old to become a ghost vessel, but we don't know what Nabake will become in the future. Maybe she'll change her mind about humanity. Maybe not. Maybe she'll become the harbinger of the apocalypse. Maybe she'll leave the Ironlands and go back into Plague Country. Like we don't know yet. And so having an open idea allows us to play to find out what happens to the character. So where are we right now, and what is going on there? Let's add a new place to the map. So I think let's track ourselves. We started at 2, right? No, I can add those to the map layer now. We started at 2. If we're following ourselves around here, we traveled a lot, right? Like, I think it's like, no, it was like this. So we this is where we just were. So we're probably somewhere, maybe we're down the coast, or we're still, I think let's stay still within this. Let's still stay within this particular like location. What is the song playing when the story starts? That's a great question, right? Like I imagine a lot of like hurdy-gurdies, a lot of instruments like the shawm, a lot of like medieval instruments, but probably with modern sound processing, right? So all these medieval instruments, but they've been run through like modern filtering and stuff. And probably there would be like a synth, like a dark synth pop band that does the opening theme. The opening theme would be like, like a weird cover, or like I'm thinking of the Cairn cover of Immigrant Song at the beginning of that Girl with a Dragon Tattoo movie. So something kind of like that, I think, would be the theme for this. Yeah, this show. Slightly anachronistic in the sense that it sounds medieval and weird. Maybe like a collaboration between Magic Sword and Heilung, you know? Like Heilung in spirit, but processed in a much more modern kind of like electronic way. Yeah. Something like that. Anyhow, so we're still in this neighborhood, which is the flooded bullshit zone. That's officially its name. Let's make a settlement and describe it. So where are we now? 2D100. We are in 71 and 63. We are in Lost. Ooh, this should be fun. Lost Cairn. Is this whole area just, oh my God, I just figured it out. Okay, so I just had a total revelation about this. This is where we landed. This is why there are so many graves in this area, because this is where the boats landed, and the first thing we did was bury our dead. So the landing position, the landing place is this area is just full of bodies, right? Because all we had to do was we had to take all of the people who were too sick to make the journey, just like boats full of the dead, and immediately bury them on the shore. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It would explain all the ghosts. So yeah, this whole area is, and I guess let me put that on the legend here. So I guess so Grim Barrows, which is in, I'll put a note up here. So this was in, what did they call this area? I love that idea where we just showed up with all these dead ancestors and we're like, shit, we need to bury them. Flooded Lands, I think it was called. Yeah. Okay. The Flooded Lands. So where our grandparents landed in their ships, their plague ships, and where so many were buried who did not make the passage, their souls still belonging to the old world, but their bodies consigned to the peat and wet earth of this gruesome landing in the Ironlands. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, man. That's great. I like it. Yeah, cursed as hell. Yeah, right? Exactly. Before we knew of iron, right? Before we knew of this place and its magic. Yeah. And the bodies would be preserved by the peat. Yes. I love it. So grim. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's some kind of beach where ghosts are. And can I just say, as an aside, I've been listening to the Death Stranding soundtrack a lot, and the title, that Death Stranding track by Churches. I'm not a big Churches fan generally, but that track is a banger. I like it a lot. Anyway, okay, so the Flooded Lands are where we ended up and where we had to bury our dead who did not make the journey on the boats, and now they're all buried in this area, and we have this new one called Lost Cairn, which is number 4. And we're just going to place it pretty close. So Lost Cairn, I think, is probably like, let's put it on the coast over here. And I think also, while we're making notes, I think the Flooded Lands, I'm going to add weighed down by so much death. This province, territory, this region is being slowly claimed by the briny, by the briny sea, right? So I think the Flooded Lands are still sinking, right? They're like slowly, like this territory is slowly just being like slurped into the ocean. Yeah, I think that's a good. So Lost Cairn maybe is mostly sunk already. Yeah, cool. All right, so let's make some notes about this new joint, this Lost Cairn place. Yeah, right, it wasn't always an island, but it is now. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so 4. It's gonna bother me that it's not in order, but whatever. So Lost Cairn, an island on the coast of the flooded lands. One of the original tomb. What is it called? Tomb landing? What is it? It's a landing when you arrive. Like landing, or like I need some synonyms for place where boats land. I guess it has to be landing, right? Dead landings or tomb landings or something. Yeah. Port, harbor. Yeah, like we use those words for other things, but right, a death stranding, a birth. Tomb births. That's really good. That's a clever, and I like it's a kind of a bit of a joke, right? Because it's like a tomb and it's birth and yeah. Okay, I like that. One of the original tomb births, which I think are just like this. One of the original tomb births, places where ships showed up and like 2 people got off and everyone else went straight into the ground. Okay, so this is an island. Wasn't always an island, but the sea claims what it claims. Okay, so that's what we know about Lost Cairn so far. Let's put some like notes on it. So Lost Cairn, and I love this descriptor option because it lets me like roll some stuff that's true about this place. So let's see. Let's do 3 things. Lost Cairn is 57. Foul. Seems about right. Okay, so it's foul. It is 27 blocked. Yep. And then 85 peaceful. I love it. Foul, blocked, and peaceful. So I think probably mostly people don't live there. It's just like a sad, flooded, falling apart island of tombs, of like tomb islands. And yeah, okay, I dig it. That's cool. All right, so that's Lost Cairn. What else do we need to do? Because we're in the middle of creating. We're in the middle of creating our own like campaign, right? So let's see what else we need to do, because we're building a place that is going to be our inciting incident. So we're here. Yeah, why are we here, right? Why have we come? So let's take a look at settlement trouble and let's see what's our job. 79 is, oh, good. Conflict with firstborn. Wow. Okay, all right. So our inciting event is that we're fighting the firstborn for somebody, right? Some humans have paid us to come and kill some brine elves or whatever, who are creating like a brine witch or something, who is causing the sea. I think they're like Sahuagin or something, right? Brine witches who are firstborn devotees of the sea and the darkness below, and they are performing rituals to slowly sink the Ironlands under the water. So they serve some kind of like, yeah. Okay, so let's make a note about that then. So Lost Cairn, plagued by the attentions of a brine witch whose foul rituals are speeding along the reclamation of our dead by the sea. Yes, fucking metal. I like it. Okay. So this witch, she's out here and she's making these rituals that will push the Lost Cairn further into the sea, because the ocean is jealous, right? The sea is jealous that we survived, and it wants to come and get us. And these brine witches are a representation of of those things. Yeah, totally. And she has access to the ancient dead. She has access to water magic. She's a kind of like necromancer or whatever. But yeah, the sea wants its dead back. Yeah, I think that's very cool. Okay, so maybe I've sworn to kill her. I think I probably have. I think that's the deal. Watch, we begin the game and this brine witch just kicks the shit out of us. Okay. So, I think we know, I guess we're just going to go and swear that oath, right? So create the character, create the world, mark your background bonds, write your background vow, which I did, find a place, envision your inciting incident, which we did, limit the scope. I think it's just kill the brine witch. Yeah, I'm into it. Okay. So let me, do I swear that oath now? Or I swear that vow? I think I do, right? Let's see. There's that character creation summary. Here we go. Assets, background vow, and swear an iron vow. All right. So when we swear an iron vow, we roll plus something and see what happens. So let's see. Harm. Swear an iron vow. There it is. When you swear upon iron to complete a quest, I swear upon my spear. I gotta name my spear. Obviously. Okay. So, my spear. I'm gonna roll. I'll just roll randomly for it. Boop. My spear, whose name is Witch's Woe. I mean, it might be. This is my spear, Choni. Choni. We fight chombies. Okay, so back to the random table. I'm gonna give it an elf name. What did I get? 83. Year I was born. Hulata, whose name is Hulata, which means talon, eagle's talon, something like that. What should our spear be called? Like lightning strike? Quicksilver? Mammoth. It means Choni. Hulata, which means, I think like flash of light. There you go. Some firstborn or other. Cool. Hulata, flash of light, my spear. Okay, got it. Cool. So I got my spear. I just needed to pause. Choni means family. Now I just want a t-shirt with a mammoth on it that just says Choni in big rainbow letters. It's gonna be so confusing. Okay, Choni the mammoth. He's got his own cereal. Choni the chiger. What's a chiger? I don't know, but it likes eating. It likes eating. Yeah, that's right. All I know about Choni is that he's done with money. Okay, so what do we need to do? We gotta swear that oath. Let's swear that goddamn oath. So when we swear an iron vow, we write the vow and give the quest a rank. So we are going to, I swear on the spear of Hulata that I will slay the brine witch that plagues, what do we call it? Lost Cairn. Coming to get you, brine witch. Brine witch. So how hard? I think it's dangerous or formidable, but probably not extreme or epic. I think I do this a lot. Let's call it dangerous. Like, she's a brine witch, but I'm a PC, so let's put this at dangerous, and that means a dangerous vow takes a certain number of, you get a certain number of successes on your rolls. So, okay. So roll plus heart. Oh boy, great. If you make this vow to a person or community with whom you share a bond, add +1. I do not. I definitely don't. I'm doing this for money. Yeah, that's right. So if we're doing it for money, add +1, right? Character faction has a promise of payment. Good. Okay, so we're going to add +1 to this roll. So we have +2 total. Now I wonder if the character sheet is going to ask me for a modifier for iron or not, or for heart. Let's roll and see what happens. Here we go. All right, +1. Here we go. Roll good. First roll of the game. I got action die of 4, and I got a challenge die of 1 and challenge die of 8. So I got a partial success. Now, I don't know, because I know that not everybody watched all of the video about how the mechanisms work. So I'll do a quick look at the basics, because thank God it's on one page. Let me find it. Boom. So here's how the game works. You roll a d6, you add a bunch of modifiers to it, or don't. You roll 2 challenge dice separately. If your action score, which is the d6 plus the modifiers, so in my case, I rolled a 2, I added +2, which is a 4, not great. If it is higher than none of the challenge dice, you blew it. If it's higher than 1 challenge die, which I lucked out and rolled a 1, it's a weak hit. If it's higher than both, it's a strong hit. So in this case, on a weak hit, you are determined, but begin your quest with more questions than answers. Take +1 momentum and envision what you do to find a path forward. Okay, all right. So my momentum goes up by 1 to +3. Okay, good. I am on my quest, but I have more questions than answers. I know the Brine Witch is somewhere in Lost Cairn. I'm gonna get her. We're gonna go get her. All right, so that's my starting. That is my starting oath. We're trying to yeah, this isn't like, haha, I found you, you stinky Brine Witch. Fight, fight, fight. It's like we're stalking the Brine Witch. I think we're probably without our mammoth friend. I think our mammoth friend is probably like somewhere safe, because out here, it's all water and stuff. So I'm like pushing myself along in a boat that I made myself, I guess. And I'm pushing myself along in this boat. Maybe it's an upside down coffin lid, and I'm using my spear as a pole to kind of move through this haunted Dark Souls version of Venice. Don't forget where you parked your mammoth, right? Like, where are you, my beloved? Oh no, you know who's out to steal my goddamn mammoth? I gotta watch out, because that hot, athletic, charming lady is gonna try to steal my mammoth. So anyhow, we'll worry about her later. So that's how the system works. I did my vow. Let's take a look at what else we need to do to actually play the game. So next steps, you've sworn your vow. You know where you are kind of at the beginning. As a player, maybe you don't know where to begin. Are there clues to the source of the sickness? You ask the Oracle by rolling on action and theme tables. Interesting. No, I think I know what I need to do, right? I don't need to undertake a journey. I think we're out in the ruins, right? I think that it is gray. It's like kind of darkish. I probably have a lantern hanging from the coffin lid. I'm pushing myself along through the ruins of this flooded necropolis. And there are signs of meddling everywhere, right? I think that we see that many of these tombs have been broken open. I myself had to use a scavenged a piece of equipment to get through here, but I'm looking for the source of it. I'm tracking the Brine Witch, and I think probably I'm tracking her by sound. I'm listening to her song. Right. So I got my ears perked up, and we're traveling, and I'm listening for the song of the sea. I'm listening for the Brine Witch's chanting to let me know that I'm on her trail. So I kind of know what I need to do, right? Consider the steps you need to fulfill your vow. Let's write down, what do we need to do here to get rid of this witch? So I'm going to make a new handout. We're going to call it Hunt the Brine Witch. And so what do we need to do? We need to find her, murder that witch, and then we have to do one more thing to like keep her dead. Like maybe like draw a sigil on the tomb, or like put her severed head somewhere all the other witches can see it. I think that one, mount mount her head on a spike in the lighthouse, right? It's an old lighthouse we built to guide the souls of the dead. Yeah, mount her head on an iron spike in the lighthouse window, right? Just thunk, kunk, 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 so everyone can see. You need to stay in full view of the sea, right? So everybody knows, like, if you try to drown this town, I'm gonna come and mess you up. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So mount her head on an iron spike in the lighthouse, and then I guess get paid. Okay. That's not part of the quest. That's just so. All right. So let's find this witch. Let's follow her terrible song, and we'll hunt the brine witch. So I think, what do we need to do? Let's look at our moves, right? Is there a like a search move or because we had one for like interrogating the narrative, right? So let's have a look here. Adventure moves. We're not undertaking a journey. We're gathering information, searching an area. Perfect. Okay. All right. So this is us. We're pushing our way through the rubble. I'm wearing my like, I've got my iron. I think I have an iron, like, I have iron chainmail or something. I have I imagine it's freezing, right? So I have this like big fur, like Jon Snow kind of cloak. I have my spear, of course, but this spear isn't like a holy weapon. It's not like sacred Excalibur. Technically, only the tip is iron. The rest is just a stick. So like I've replaced the haft of this spear a dozen times. I use it for all kinds of stuff. I use it for like pulling my way through the water. I use it for as a tool. I've used it to block doors, and I can use the head of the spear as a knife if I need to. I've definitely had to do that before, right? I'm fighting a giant spider and it breaks my spear in half, and then I have to stab it with the knife end. But I'm very utilitarian about my gear. So we're just pushing along, and we're looking for the witch. So let's roll to gather information. So to do that, I'm rolling with wits, and I'm not within a community or asking a person that I share a bond. So let's just roll with wits and see what happens. I'm pretty witty. Yes! Woo! I got an opportunity. So I got an 8, which means I rolled a 6 and I added +2. I got a strong hit because both my challenge dice were really low. So an opportunity. So let's see here. Gather information. On a strong hit, you discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is made clear. Envision what you learn. Take +2 momentum. Hell yes. Oh, and it's a twin too. That's right. That's right. Yeah, thank you, Estwild. So it's a twin, which means something like especially useful happens. I wonder if there's an oracle I can roll on to see about what that is. I mean, I guess I could just envision it myself. But let's see. Let's see if there's an oracular major plot twist. Let's see. These are challenge ranks. Mystic Backlash doesn't sound good. Yeah, I don't know that, like, because they're so generic, right? So I think, like, yeah, we can do action and theme, but I think we can just make this one up ourselves. Yeah. So let me make note, because I get a bonus, right, on gathering information. So I hear her song. I hear maybe I feel it first, right? Maybe like I hear the song, but my body responds, and I start coughing, and I have to lean over the side of the ship, my upturned cough, and I lean on the side of the ship, and I vomit up a bunch of salt water, and that's how I know, right? I listen to my body, and the song immediately makes me just like puke up water, and it's salt water, and I pick like a tiny crustacean out of my teeth and throw it into the sea, and I'm like, okay, I'm on the right track. I can. My soul hears her terrible song, and it's like filling me up with salt water. And yeah, I think she's so busy. Maybe she's already driven away the people of this that they used to like live amongst these cairns. Maybe there was people here and they left. And so she thinks she's alone now. She's overconfident. And I think that's maybe the big advantage, is that she's not listening. She's just distracted with her own crapulence. So I'm going to mark my momentum, Goes up to 5. It's pretty good. Now, do I do anything with my quest? I don't like, because I have, if I look at it, I have this like this vow. I don't think I do anything with it yet, right? Because I roll when it's done. When do you tick progress? Let's take a look. So vows. Yeah, it's a progress tracker, right? So when you do stuff in service, I'll try to find the rule for it. So swear an iron vow. Here it is. When you make significant progress. Okay. So I think that's the move. We reach a milestone, and this is a dangerous quest, right? Dangerous. So we mark 2 progress. So that's 2 full boxes for every time we reach a milestone. Yeah. When we face obstacles, you some of them around. Not everyone is worthy of a milestone. You need to overcome challenges to mark progress. You can't, with confidence, fulfill your vow unless you've marked progress, right? You don't gain experience unless you fulfill your vow. Can't add new assets unless you get experience, and that's how the flow works. All right, I think that's obviously a milestone. We've found her. So we start to push forward to the path you must follow or action must take to make progress is made clear. Yeah. No, make the reach a milestone is, I'll show you we'll look at the move. It is a move, but I think you just mark it. Yeah, reach a milestone. It's a move, but there's no roll. Yeah, there's no roll. It's just when this happens, do this. It's like in Apocalypse World when it says when you try to seduce or manipulate this character, don't on an NPC, right? Not every move is a roll. Yeah. This one is you may mark progress. So I think that's what we do. When you achieve what you're familiar about, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Right. So I could try to end it right now and I'd have a 50-50 chance of being like, you know what? I'm not going to fight her. You deal with her, but I want to fight her myself so that my momentum continues going up. Okay. So we know which direction she's in. We know where her lair is. Maybe now what this leads us to is we need to sneak up on her. So instead of like, yeah, we don't have to fight the witch. I want to just sneak up and murder her. So let's try to do that. Let's sneak up and try to just straight up like get rid of her instead of having to fight. If I don't have to fight her, I win, right? There's no risk to me. So let's see. I think the plan is here to, I think we want to like, there's going to be a move to like, I think it's face danger. And the danger is she hears us. It might be secure an advantage too. Yeah, it is secure an advantage. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the thing. So, okay, we're going to roll and we're going to roll plus edge because I'm trying to sneak up on her. Right. So what do I do? How do I move more quietly through the water? I think I probably have to like aim myself in her direction, right? So I turn towards the sound of the song and I like crouch down and that's right, it is shadow, you're right. And what I do is I aim the boat and instead of paddling forward, I push the butt of the spear against like a collapsed wall or something. And yeah, I just give it one big push and we're going to glide in so she can't hear us. So the only sound she can hear is the sound of the water. So let's see if it works. I'm rolling with shadow. No bonuses. We're going to roll with shadow and we're going to see what happens. Here we go. Survey says, yeah, strong hit. Good. We got a 7. So secure an advantage. You either make another move now and add +1 or prepare to act and take 2 momentum. I think that I can just murder her, but I just don't think it's possible, right? I think that I'm setting myself up and this will give me an advantage, but I think I'm going to have to fight this lady. So what I'm going to do is take 2 momentum, right? We'll add 2 momentum, which is good. We're going to try to, bolster ourselves for the next one. We're going to take 2 momentum. We angle in. I think she doesn't notice us, but what she's really doing is like, she notices something, but she doesn't know it's me. And so we see what do we think the brine witch looks like? I think she's got tentacles. I think she looks like a dead old grandma. Like maybe she took a form based on what we seeded this land with. I think that this same entity in the sea, instead they look like things that grow under the water, right? They look like kelp or whatever. But yeah, she took a dead body, the dead body of like an old woman, and then filled it with her own dark magic. And so she's got this sort of puppet look, like hollow eyes that don't always seem connected to her face. She's wearing a long burial gown, right? A black burial gown. Her hands like hang limply by her side, and we never see from her waist down, but underneath the water, we can see squiggling like oil-like tendrils, which I think are her true shape. And if she attacks us, it'll be that shit we have to deal with. So I think this sets us up to make an attack. So I think we wait until the last second, we leap off the boat, and we attack, right? We enter into combat. So we are fighting a dangerous foe, right? 2 progress per harm. And honestly, I just want to try out the fighting rules. So they're a dangerous foe. So 2 progress per harm inflicts 2 harm. I don't want to die. We just started. Okay. So let's see. I'm just going to use the text tool that they gave me. I don't know why it's fine. Okay. So witch, 2 progress per harm. Herm inflicts 2 harm. All right. Inflicts 2 ham. Boop. Okay. So we see her. She has her back to us. She is singing in this awful, like, minor chord ululation, singing to the sea, right? Calling the tide in. I think the tide never changes. It just keeps going up in this area. So she's like calling in the tide. She's calling out to the great dark mother sea to reclaim this land and eat up the dead. And she doesn't see us. And I grab my spear and I leap off the back of the coffin and I shove the spear into her back. So I have initiative. And I'm going to attack. God, I don't want to attack in close quarters. Let me see what my spear shit does. Let me see what that ability is about. Because I think holding them at range, when you let's see, when you face danger by holding a foe at range using your spear's reach, roll plus iron or edge. If you score a hit, you may strike if you have initiative at +1. Interesting. Okay. Well, all this does is it gives me, I could throw it, but then I have to go get it. Okay, you know what? Let's throw it. Let's just chuck it at her. So we're entering the fray by hurling our spear. We have initiative, and I think this is edge. Facing off against your foe, moving into a position. Oh, it's shadow, striking without warning. Okay, all right. So shadow, we are going to hurl the spear from the boat, and I'm arrogant, right? I think I'm just gonna kill her in one hit. So I grab my spear, I get ready, and I fling it to enter the fray. Let's make that roll. Wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it. This is a Andrew level bad idea. So we're gonna start with shadow, and I have no advantage. Okay, it's a weak hit. That's fine. I can take initiative or +2 momentum. I am going to prepare to act. I'm going to take initiative. And so now I can strike, right? From at a distance with my holding foe. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just throwing a spear. Okay. So that was our only weapon, huh? This is the throw, right? It's all one thing. I'm entering the fray with a strike because I had initiative and I continue to. So when I have initiative and attack at range, roll plus edge. Here we go. Take this, you dumb witch. Yeah, it's my best skill. No! Oh God, damn it. Secure an advantage gives plus something on this roll, does it? I think I took the initiative, so let me see if I add any bonuses, but I think I'm screwed. Strong hit. Yeah, I took 2 momentum. God damn it. Okay. So can I spend my momentum for something? Can I not make this a miss? Let me see how that works. So momentum. This is a very well organized book. I can find everything that I need. So your current momentum to +2, max momentum is 10. What is my momentum right now? It's pretty high. I'm doing pretty good. I got 7. I got +7 momentum. So burn momentum to cancel dice up to your momentum value. So how much do I have to burn for that? Like 1 or 2? Oh, I have to burn 5. I have to burn 5? Oh, the whole total. Brilliant. Okay, well, we're back to +2, but I didn't fail. And so this means what? What happens? You burn it all, goes back to reset. You may cancel any challenge dice less than your momentum value. And when I cancel them, what is it? It's a weak hit, right? Because even if I cancel this 5, these are both misses. I have to cancel. Do you roll again? Yeah, how does this work? It is a weak hit. Okay, I want to understand why, though. Oh, the 5 becomes a 0, and now, when it cancels the die, it doesn't get rid of it. It reduces it to 0. Right, okay. Got it. Okay. So then I have a weak hit on my strike, which is fine. That's great. So I throw the spear, and despite all of the advantage I set up, I have to use all that to make sure I hit her. Maybe I expect her to fight like an old woman, and she fights like a sea creature, and she does that thing where, like, you ever watched a cuttlefish or an octopus move where they're still and they kind of like get all their shit together and they push all at once? And so I think I throw at her and she slides to the side, and maybe I tag her with the spear, and then I gotta go get it. So let's see what a weak hit on the strike does. Here we go. On a strong hit, inflict 1. Okay, inflict your harm and lose initiative on a weak hit, and then I have to try to recover it. Obviously she's just gonna jump on me, and I don't have my spear. Okay, so that I mark, I inflict harm, which is 4 progress. How do we know how many hit points she has? Yeah, I did Into the Fray and I struck at the same time. I did one and then right away did the other. I think it's 10, right? So let me 2 progress for harm, and we'll tick. I think it is 10. So we'll go 1, 2, 4. I guess I'll just note progress is 4 out of 10 on this fight. Okay. You only hit 1 harm. No, I hit. So I deal 2 harm, I think, because of my spear. And then her progress track is dependent on how difficult she is, right? So let me take a look at the fighting stuff, because we didn't even go back and refer to these rules. So let's do that. I'm using a deadly weapon. I deal 2 harm. That's right. So it does 4 because it's 2 progress per harm. Yeah. And it's actually a pretty elegant system once you kind of like wrap your head around it, which I'm working on. Okay, so we hit her. We hit her with the spear. The spear still, because of the narrative, right? We throw the spear. It catches her, probably like rips through her arm. She sprouts a leak of like gross, briny, like corpse water, and just starts like blasting down her. My spear lands in the water, right? But not so deep I can't go get it, because that'd be really mean. And it's over there somewhere, and I have no weapons, and I'm like, damn it, she didn't die. She didn't die in the first hit. So now what do I do? So I guess we could roll to see what she does, but I think she just throws herself at me and tries to kill me. Yeah, right. I've got a lantern or something, but yeah, we'll get to that. So let me look at combat. Let me do a quick look at this, because we sort of jumped into it. Oracles, setting, foes and encounters. Here we go. So I guess these are all things we could be fighting. Oh, I suppose, yeah, like we need a stat block, right? 1 progress per harm inflicts 3 harm. So I think we're fine with this generic one for now. If I wanted to, I would make a bigger thing about what she does that I could share with people. So anyhow, let's look at our option for fights. I think we just pick another move now. And I think she turns with a shriek and she's all mad because she is being interrupted. I think that the way she moves is like a hand puppet, but it's a person's skin. So when she turns, her skin like is all loose. She has no bones. I think that she's just got like weird tendrils manipulating her from inside. And so she turns and like hisses at me, and across the top of the water just like flies in my direction. I'm standing on the overturned lid of a coffin. I look. Panic crosses my beautiful face for a moment, and then, yeah, I think she hits me. I think we clash. So the foe has initiative, and we fight at close quarters. I don't really want to fight with my bare hands. Can I, like, get the hell out of here? Like, can I face danger instead? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could try. You know what? I'm scrappy. Let's fight this lady. So she comes at me, and I'm like, I don't have my spear. Forget you. I got nails, I got hands, I got teeth, and she crashes into me and we start scrapping. I'm not great at this, but maybe we'll luck out. I also have no momentum. So here we go. On a clash, roll plus iron. So here we go. It's my worst stat. Okay, and I have no bonuses. So, weak hit. Oh my goodness. I got a 2 on my challenge die. Look, 2. 2, but I beat one of theirs. They got a 1. Now I can't. Can I spend my 2 momentum to make this a strong hit? I don't have no momentum, so I could just use it and it resets, right? And that makes this a strong hit. Oh my god, awesome. Yeah, let's do that because it doesn't cost me anything. This is one of those rare occasions where I can spend it for free to make this 2 a 0. Isn't that how it works? Oh, you need to be above it. It's the number and below. So I could do this if it was a 3. Is that how that works? I don't. Yeah, like it's so low. Let me take a look because if I can make that a strong hit, I will. If I had 3 momentum. So did I do that last one wrong? No, it would have been, I had 6. So it has to be 1 higher and it's any number lower than that. And then it drops to 2. Okay. All right. So I can't do a cancel on this. I could theoretically cancel this 1, but yeah, I understand how it works now. Okay. So we get a weak hit anyway. So we're clashing. She comes all fucking witching at me and we start to fight. We tangle a little bit. I think probably I just jam my thumbs in her eyes. Like, this is the only weapons I got. So she comes at me, hits the side of my coffin, I think capsizes the coffin lid, which sinks into the muck. I'm like grabbed by her. There are tendrils. She's fighting me mostly with her arms, but I can see in her sleeves, in her mouth where the rest of her should be, under her eyes, I can see the shadow tendrils. And she rushes up and grabs me. And I probably snarl something like, "Let's see your real face." And I grab her face and I just shove my beautifully manicured thumbs into her eyeballs. Now, they're not really her eyes, right? I just punch them in and like water and goo just starts spurting out on my face. And she's screaming because I'm fucking thumb in the eyeball, but also her acrid tendrils wrap up around me and are like squeezing me and burning me. So I think we're screaming too. Yeah, probably. So I inflict my harm and then pay the price. So I do another 2, bring it up to 6. It's just everybody's screaming. There's a lot of screaming going on. And then I have to pay the price. So when I pay the price, what is that? This is the part where there's like the stand-in GM. So if I pay the price, it's usually like a specific thing. Yeah, here we go. But there's an oracle. When you suffer the outcome of a move, choose 1. The most obvious negative outcome, harm, right? Envision 2, rate 1 is likely and ask the oracle using the yes/no table. On the following table, make a roll. I think she just hurts me. I think she just messes me up. And I take harm. So is there a move for harm, or do you just take it? Let's see. Endure harm. When you face physical damage, suffer minus health equal to your foe's rank or is appropriate to the circumstances. Then roll health or iron. Shit. Okay. So her tendrils, I think, are hitting me, and I think they cause like necrotizing, basically. So my skin is starting to get like sodden, and on the cellular level, my cells are like flooding and bursting. And so I'm screaming because this hurts, right? And I'm coughing up water and there's tears pouring out of my eyes. I jam my thumbs into her eyes and I try to pull away, and her tendrils tear at my skin. So I'm going to take a hit here. So she does 2 harm. Yep. Excuse me. So she does 2 harm, which brings me down to 3. Then I roll either with my current health or with iron, which is never going to be higher unless I'm almost dead. So let's roll health. I kind of envision my character as being a little bit like, in attitude, a little bit like Hellboy. Like all the weird supernatural stuff that she has to deal with, she's just kind of like, great. Like, I don't want to come with you back to your old lady castle under the sea. Stop turning me to sub. Okay. On a miss, you suffer -1 momentum. If you're at 0 health, you're wounded or maimed. At least I didn't die. This sucks. So I take 1 to my momentum, which brings me down to +1, right? I don't reset from there on my own. So I'm going to try to avoid harm. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of her arms. I want to like get my spear and stick it in her face. So I'm going to try to dodge, and I think she grabs me, but I don't think it's reasonable to say that I have to make another move to get away, right? I think both things will be getting out of her grip and getting my damn spear back. So I think that'll be the situation. So we're going to face danger, right? What's the difference between, I'm not ready to turn the tide yet, but I might. So let's face danger here. Let's get out of her arms. So I need to do this with speed, agility, or precision. I'm just going to try to run. So if I can slip away from her, I am going to leap gracefully like a gazelle from one piece of ruin to another to get over to my spear, and then grab it up, and then we're going to throw it through her face. So let's see how that goes. I am attempting to work with speed, agility, or precision. Let's do it with edge. Here we go. Yes. I rolled a 9, so that's exactly what I needed. It's the best I could get, and I rolled 2 2s. So we do break free. We get away from her. We get a strong hit. I got +1 momentum, so I'm not a garbage +2 momentum guy anymore. I get out. I have initiative. I have my spear, narratively. I think... Oh, and with a good twist. Yeah. I think we're ready. I think she reveals to herself... that she reveals a weakness. She turns to me. Her human skin, which allows her to stay in this world, her corpse puppet, is starting to come apart. And I think that her gown has torn, and we can see her salty heart throbbing within the core that allows her to stay. So I lean back with the spear. I scream at the top of my lungs, and I fling the spear like a lightning bolt straight for the heart. We're going to try to end this mother. So let's see how end the fight goes. Now, I have such little momentum, but we have some decent progress. So when you make a move to take decisive action, you may resolve the outcome. Right. So it's part of the... let's see. When you make a move to take decisive action and score a strong hit, so it will be a strike. It'll be a strike, and then we also, if we get a strong hit, we can resolve the outcome of this fight. If you do, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored. I think that's how that works. So we just roll this into the action we're taking. So let's strike. Let's do it. I mean, we're doing it, right? To do it, do it. We're throwing the spear. We have initiative. We're attacking at range. We're going to roll plus edge. And now I just got to get that strong hit. Too bad I don't have more momentum, but I it's fine. We're good. So let's huck that spear. Here we go. I got edge. And And I don't think I have any bonus. Let me take a quick look. Face danger, holding your foe at bay using your spear's reach, iron and edge. If you score a hit, you can strike if you have initiative and add +1. Ah, okay. All right. So yeah, I think this counts. Oh, but yeah, I'm trying to keep her away from me. Face danger using the spear's reach. I'd have to face danger again. No, you know what? I'm just gonna strike. I think we're gonna do it. I don't want to dance around a bunch more. And I think this character, I think she's impulsive. So I scream, I throw the spear, we strike, and we get a weak hit. That 9, that stings. All right, so I can't end it yet, but I do inflict my harm and I lose initiative. So we're gonna have to dodge one more time. I keep throwing my spear away. All right, so round 2. Now here's how do we do this? You inflict your harm, which puts me at progress 10 of 10. I think maybe we kill her anyway. Can I still use this to end the fight? So here's the thing, end the fight. I didn't score a strong hit, right? On a strong hit, this foe is also in the fight. Oh, and then I make the thing. I still need to get initiative, yeah. You may resolve the outcome of the fight. If you do, roll the challenge dice. But see, I didn't score a strong hit, so I don't qualify for end the fight. So if I get a strong hit on this next thing, right, she's all messed up. Yeah, if I get on this next one where I try to get out of her way, so she comes rushing at me again, I am going to try, yeah, and she's mostly like her otherworld weird shadow kraken. So I'm going to try to dodge. Worked for me the first time, and I face danger with my agility. So she rushes forward, tendrils seething, her old lady form all but ignored now, her heart throbbing out in the open, ready for me to sink my teeth into. She comes at me though. I gotta dodge, hopefully one last time. Let's stay out of the way. Here we go. It is a weak hit. I succeed, but face a troublesome cost. Still don't have initiative. She's messing me up. Okay, so I succeed, I don't get hit, but I suffer -1 momentum, I endure harm, I endure stress, or I sack resources. Let's endure stress. I don't have the staying power to keep this fight going. I should have been able to alpha strike her initially, and I didn't. So I'm just barely holding on. I'm going to endure 1 stress. Also because I want to, because I think it's fun to like try the systems. So let's take a look at enduring stress, mental shock or despair. Roll spirit or heart. My current spirit is +4. Okay. I get a strong hit. All right. So on a strong hit, if your spirit is 0 then greater, suffer -1 momentum or embrace the dark. I'm going to embrace the darkness and take +1 momentum. That will help. Now, is this strong? That's a strong hit. So avoiding her last strike puts me in the condition that I am now allowed to attempt to end the fight. So she comes at me, and I think probably the spear is still stuck through her, but in the wrong place. So instead of dodging like away, I dodge into a position where I can move, and she rushes towards me. I move out of the way, and she slams into the wall, driving the spear up into her heart. Right? That's what I'm hoping for. So I leap out of the way as she plows into a big chunk of stone that was right behind me. So now I'm going to try to make this end the fight. So let's see. When you make a move to take decisive action, score a strong hit, you are now allowed to resolve the outcome of the fight. If you do, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. I think I'm guaranteed a strong hit because I'm comparing it to 10, right? So I've got an 8 and a 7. So it's a strong hit. The foe is no longer in the fight. They're killed, out of action, flee, or surrender as appropriate. Awesome. Right, unless I get 10s, yeah. So she's toast. So she comes barreling towards me, impales herself hard on the spear. There is a rushing of salt water, sprays everywhere as she starts to deflate. But now, and I guess that's progress on that's like big progress on my quest to hunt the brine witch, right? So that's another, we should be at like 2/3 of this quest now or whatever. 4. And then I'll get another 2 because it's 2 for each one up to a maximum of 10. I wonder about that because like, so she's dead, but I feel like that should be like, there should be some like bonus to this piece, but I think also I'm considering this too strongly. Like I shouldn't be like zooming in too hard on this like idea. So we still have to go and hack off her head and put it up on the lighthouse. So she's dissolving. I rush over. I draw my knife and I hack off the thing's head, which is really just like a dangling like mask of skin and flesh, which is so gross. But yeah, it's to prove. So I yank the head free. I don't think that is like a move. And then I toss it into I don't even have my upturned coffin anymore. I look around. I grab my spear. I have a spear in one hand and I have this like drippy hag face in the other. And I look, and now I have to get to the lighthouse. I see it in the distance. So I guess this is going to be progress, and then mounting it up will also be a thing. So I think in this case, to get there, I'm not traveling. I'm not undertaking a journey. I am going to face danger, right? Because the danger is the difficult terrain between here and there. And I think that I'm doing this by moving from land to land, right? I can hop from place to place and like running up and climbing up walls. I'm being all clambery, right? So I'm gonna roll with my speed, agility, or precision to get to the lighthouse. I think that's the plan. So let's see. Ooh, it's a weak hit. Okay, so on a weak hit, you succeed but face a troublesome cost. You are delayed, lose advantage, or face a new danger. You sacrifice resources. You're dispirited or afraid. You are tired or hurt. I think I'm tired. I'm gonna take another harm because I can and because it's fun. All right. So in the process, like I'm getting exhausted. I'm like climbing up the side of this lighthouse. Sweat is streaming down my face. I'm lugging my bag and I've got this spear and I have this old lady's face like hanging off my belt. It's miserable. I think maybe it starts to rain. And the water is still going up. I haven't like got rid of her. So I'm going to take harm. We're going to take 1. I hate this. I'm like stupid villager, stupid dead, stupid witch, like just grumbling and being angry. So let's endure harm. So I endured 1 and my current iron is 1 and my health is 2. So we're going to roll with health. Strong hit. Nice. Okay. I will take a momentum because I feel like I need it for my big move at the end. This action like cycle is very cool. It's very, very cool. I really like it because it's like you want to like you're racing a timer, right? You're trying to fill this bucket of success before the adversity and the mechanisms of the game poke holes in your character till they're dead. Yeah, it's really cool. I quite like that balance. So like the reason that I chose to put another obstacle in my path was so that I could theoretically get more progress, right? So now I pull myself sodden and exhausted over the lip of the lighthouse onto the platform. And now I have to set up the iron spike and shove her head onto it. So let's mark my progress first, right? Because I did another climb the lighthouse. And now I have one more thing I got to do. There's like some kind of like little ritual. I wonder if there's a like do a ritual move. Let's look. Heal, gather information, make camp, resupply. Yeah, none of that stuff. I think maybe I'm either securing, well, let's look at assess, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. No, I'm sort of trying to compel, right? Attempt to persuade someone to do something. This is like compel the other witches to stop. I might have to come back. Oh, I might do this wrong. It's compel. Yeah. Haha, face danger. Get it? Because it's a face. So what I do is I put the spike down, I clamber up, and I shout out into the ocean. I shout, I killed the witch. You big stupid puddle. You can't have any more bodies. You gotta give them back. This land is land. It's not the ocean. And I hold the mask up and I say, see, this is what happens. And I yank it down onto the spike. And let's see if I can compel the sea to fuck off for a bit. That's right. Land number 1, down with the ocean. Deal with it. Put on my sunglasses. All right, so we're going to try to threaten or incite, which we're not great at. We're going to roll plus iron. Did I do a good job? Who knows? Let's find out. Nope. No, I do not. It is a miss. They refuse or make a demand which costs you greatly. Pay the price. So I think the sea demands something of me, and if I pay the price, I'll count this towards progress. Otherwise, we'll just try to end the quest here. So I am going to roll on the oracle to see what price the sea demands. It's fucking awesome. Okay, so we're looking for pay the price. We could also do action. Let me take a quick look. There's also Mystic Backlash. But I think the table the sea demands a shrubbery. Well, unfortunately, I need them to give me a herring first. Yeah, like let me look at Mystic Backlash. I screw it up. Yeah. No, but it's gotta be a price I can pay. This is like you mess it up. I think instead let's just roll action and theme. So here we go. What does it want me to do? Oh, that's right. And there was that other one under the specific move, right? Where it was like, here, I'll show you. There's another option. Yeah, right. It's either roll on this table and interpret it. You know what? Yeah, let's try that. Because we haven't used this table yet. 64. Fuck. All right, the sea demands the blood of the living. So it's clear that it hasn't worked. There's like a rumbling of the sea, and I take the spear, I draw it across my palm, I wince in pain, and I hold my hand out, blood for the sea, as my blood drips into the ocean. I'm gonna take that harm, bring me down to 1, and I gotta make that harm move again. I get a weak hit on the harm move, which means I press on. Okay, good. Fantastic. We're very close to being dead, but we give the sea our blood, which fulfills the requirement. We threaten the sea, we give it our blood, and it will leave Lost Cairn for now. And then we return to the village, right? So we're like, God damn ocean. We bind our wounds. We go back to our mammoth. Obviously, the mammoth looks at our hand and is like, are you okay? And like nudges us. And we're like, get off me, you lump. And we trek back to, it's not even a town. It's like a refugee camp on the first piece of dry land. And everybody's all sad about how their ancestors are getting eaten by the sea. And I come back with my mammoth and we're like, I did it. I killed the witch. We cast our blood into the sea, and now they will leave us alone. The town of Driftwood, yeah. I mean, maybe if I'd failed, they might stay here, but now they can go back and fulfill their destiny as people of Lost Cairn. But first, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna end my quest, right? I'm gonna fulfill my vow. I have achieved what I believe to be the fulfillment of my vow. Roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's roll 2d10. I got a 5 and a 5. Awesome. So not only do I succeed, but I succeed and they're very grateful, right? Some additional benefit, right? They love me. So I got a strong hit. My quest is complete. I get 2 experience. I grumble about how I think it's probably worth more than 2 experience. Stupid witch just about killed me. And yeah, and I think they bind my wounds. They take me in and they do nice things. Now I have an asset. Yeah, that's right. I have my like mercenary asset, fortune hunter. So when you fulfill your vow, take plus wealth equal to the rank of the quest. If you then leverage wealth when making a move or resources are a factor, right? I get a new resource called wealth. So I don't think that's on here already. So I just make a note that I have a new stat called wealth, which I think is pretty clever. And I have a take plus wealth equal to rank +2. So I have a wealth +2. I'll put this here as like a stat, wealth +2. And then I can spend it to do a move to buy gear or whatever, like get ready for a journey. Okay, so that's it. I've got my wealth. I achieve my vow. I get my experience. And then, yeah, I need one more experience. I could upgrade an asset with 2 XP. I need to buy more spears or something. Or like a chain or a rope. Like I gotta get it converted into a harpoon. But let's say my extra bonus is that they like take care of me and try to heal me. So what is recover or healing? How do we heal? How do we do that? Oh, this is going to say health every time, isn't it? Oh, the move is just called heal. Okay. Where is it? Fulfill your vow, face death, out of supply. Strike, clash, sojourn is the move. Yeah, here we go. Spend time in a community seeking assistance. Oh, how do I form bonds? I'd love to get forge a bond. Yeah. Do you think this is enough? Do you think we spent significant time, stood together against hardship? Nope, I'm a mercenary. I didn't bond with these people. Nope, I did not qualify for that. That's clever. If I want to use my fortune hunter, it directly negatively impacts trying to forge bonds. I see you. I see you, Sean Tompkin. I see you in your game design, you clever little... All right. So, heal. When you treat an injury or ailment. All right, take care of me, you dumb village. You roll plus wits. If you're mending your own wounds, wits are iron. Okay. Take care of me, town. I demand it. No! God damn it. This town sucks. On a miss, your aid is ineffective. Pay the price. I swear to God, if they kill me, I am going to come back from the dead and murder them. The most obvious negative outcome happens. Like, I think I just don't do good. I just don't get any better. I'm still wounded and have to take care of myself later. Yeah, they're all just too happy to really care about me. They're very enthusiastic, but maybe they don't have a good healer or something here, you know? Yeah, and then I think before I go on my journey, I would probably try to like take care of myself because I'm very badly hurt. So do I have, while I'm still in town, I could, I guess healing was like treating myself. Oh, so this was me trying to heal myself. Sojourn is the seeking assistance. And then, okay, so maybe I do try to heal myself first. Yeah, where I'm like, ow. And I try to heal. And that doesn't work. And so I'm like, fine. And I go into the town and they're like, yay, it's the hero. Let's try to heal you. So let's roll for them. So roll plus heart. God damn. All right, town. Don't screw me on this. Okay, we got a weak hit. We got a hit. It happened. So on a weak hit, choose 1. I am going to recover. And I will recuperate, plus 2 health. So plus 2 health goes up to 3. And then at the end of a vow, like I clear this vow, right? Let's add it to my quest log, right? Map legend. This is super fun. I love this idea. So in Lost Cairn, I killed a sea witch of some kind here. In exchange for some money. I almost lost my spear and had to give the sea a bunch of my blood, which I really hope doesn't come back and bite me in the ass. Oh well. At least all these dead people won't be underwater. Like, great. We did a great job. It was great. Ugh, I'm leaving. Yeah, and then I tried to get health from them. They helped a little bit, and then I walked away, right? Yeah, so we'll take next time we play, which I think I would love to do. Next time we play, we'll take a journey, right? We'll go on a journey to some other place, and we'll get to try out our cool mammoth, and we'll get to use all of our supply rules and stuff. But we'll do that next time. We'll do that on episode 1, I guess, of the exciting adventures of Nabaki Half-Elven. This is pretty cool. This is a fun way to play a role-playing game, but without having to get a whole bunch of people together. Dave and I talked about doing a co-op stream of this, so that might be something. Maybe I'll just bring Nabake and Dave can play another character, or we can try build a world together. But yeah, I was just like kind of in the mood to play a role-playing game, and I didn't have a bunch of people. I could just be like, let's play a role-playing game. And so chat, thank you for coming and hanging out and helping me make some decisions about this cool world. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. So if you want to check this out, the game is called, get out of the way, Adam. The game is called IRONSWORN. It's called IRONSWORN. There's a command in chat, !IRONSWORN. It'll give you a link. The PDF is free. PDF is free. You could just play it right now. Go for $0. Amazing. So cool. That's it. Thanks everybody. Thanks for coming and checking this out. I will definitely be playing this again. It's super cool. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for an episode 1 or episode 2 or whatever of this thing. But yeah, definitely go check it out. Cool. Thanks for coming, everybody. We will see you tomorrow morning for Far Verona, and then maybe finish Death Stranding. Tune in. Far Verona starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, and then at 2 p.m. We'll start playing Death Stranding, and we'll probably, knowing me, go all night. So cool. That's it for me. Thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.